Stumpers, Stumpers, questions and answers, logic and numbers. Stumpers, Stumpers, who's gonna win tonight? Hello everyone and welcome to the third episode of Stumpun's Stumpers. You're starting to come around to the name now, aren't you? I told you would. Stumpun Stumpers. It's a good name. In this quiz, you get to join in at home. You get to click the answers on the screen and compete with everybody else in chat. The quiz is 30 questions. That's 6 rounds. The first and the last will be general knowledge, and the ones in the middle are kind of wild cards. Let's have a look at the leaderboard to see where we're at. And here we are. As you can see at the top, Sparky Stee is currently the runaway leader, 408,000. But you know, Fanny Annie's not that far behind. Donimus had to take a week off to let people catch up, so he's down there at 7th. But it's anyone's game. All you need is a bad week. Right, back to the main quiz screen. Okay, we're going to start the quiz now. David Bowie retired which stage persona in 1973? Was it the Thin White Duke, Halloween Jack, Major Tom, or Ziggy Stardust? Interestingly, in 1964, when he was just 17 years old, Bowie formed the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men, which was an organisation aimed at protesting the treatment that he and other men with long hair received on the streets of London. And let's find out what the answer was. It was, of course, Ziggy Stardust. Next question. I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole is best known as the theme tune to which teen drama? One Tree Hill, Gilmore Girls, Dawson's Creek, Freaks and Geeks? And the answers are in. Of course, it's Dawson's Creek. Alanis Morissette's Hand in My Pocket was used for the Dawson's Creek pilot, but when the singer declined to turn over the tune for use as the long-term theme song, executive producers Paul Stumpun eventually zeroed in on Cole's I Don't Want to Wait, which had already been licensed by the network. The World Health Organization's headquarters are in which city? Quebec, London, Cologne, or Geneva? The World Health Organization also hires doctors. They help shape the policy and do field work, but as much as I looked, I couldn't find any evidence that these doctors are known as Doctor Who, which is a travesty. It's a missed opportunity, if anything. Real shame. All right, let's reveal the answer. It was, of course, Geneva. Right, next question. In the periodic table of elements, which of the noble gases has the lowest atomic number? Neon, argon, hydrogen, or helium? The noble gases make up a class of chemical elements with similar properties. Under standard conditions, they are all odorless, colourless, monatomic gases with very low chemical reactivity. Did my plant get you? Let's see, reveal answer. Let's see how many people fell for it. The only element with a lower atomic number than helium is hydrogen, but hydrogen is not a normal gas. And the last question of the first general knowledge round is, what does the Roman numeral M equate to? Is it 500, 150, 1000? Who knows? In Roman numerals, a symbol placed after another of equal or greater value adds to its value. A symbol placed before one of greater value subtracts its value. Pretty simple until you try to write 789 and you have to write DCCLXXXIX. And then it becomes a bit of a pain. And the answer is 1000. Good job, guys. Alright, that is the end of the round. Let us show our scores. And as we can see at the top there, Sparky Stee, 33,000. Fanny Annie is fighting for first place, but is second at 29,000. And Donimus, that noble gas one, must have been your downfall. Right, okay, now, there's going to be a few groans from our older clan members, but the next round is on video games. Now don't worry, I haven't done any deep cuts. You don't have to be a video game fan to really get these ones. They're quite, general knowledge-y, but based around video games. Right, let's start round 2. Next question. Liberty City, Vice City, and San Andreas are all fictional cities in which video game series? Pokemon, Grand Theft Auto, SimCity, or Call of Duty? Let's reveal the answer. That's right, it is Grand Theft Auto. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, it is the most controversial video game series in history with over 4,000 articles published about it. But I can personally attest, after playing all the Grand Theft Auto games, that my desire to kill prostitutes and pedestrians has not been affected by the game whatsoever. It stays exactly the same as it was before. Take that as you will. Next question. Which famous video game character, originally called Jumpman, was the protagonist of the 1981 game Donkey Kong? Was it Pac-Man, Mega Man, Mario, or Zelda? Interestingly, when developing Donkey Kong, the arcade game, Nintendo video game designer thought Kong meant gorilla in English, which you can understand, King Kong. So he wanted to use Kong as the last name and came up with Donkey as the first name, which he thought meant stupid. And the answers are in. 4 of you got it correct. It is Mario. Originally, Miyamoto wanted to license Popeye to be the protagonist, but couldn't get the license. Next question. In the Pokemon universe, which Pokemon has the #1 Pokedex number? Is it Bulbasaur, Charmander, Pikachu, or Squirtle? There are currently 898 Pokemon in the Pokedex, split into 8 generations. The original first generation Pokedex, which contains all the classic ones we see in the answers, contained 151 Pokemon. Alright, and the answer is, of course, Bulbasaur. The first 9 Pokemon are Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and all of their evolutions. Pikachu doesn't actually show up until the 25th place in the Pokedex. Alright, next question. I'm going to hum a theme from a game, and you need to tell me what it is. This seemed like a really good idea when I thought of it. Right, are you ready? Doom 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 doom. Is it Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario, Final Fantasy, or Tetris? It was, of course, Tetris. The song is based on a Russian folk song called Korobeiniki, and it is, of course, for the classic game Tetris. Tetris is a Russian game developed in 1984 for the Electronica 60, and it is still surprisingly popular. The classic Tetris World Championships is held each year, and I have to show you this video of the 8-time champion Jonas Neubauer losing his championship in 2018 to 16-year-old Joseph Saley.
He's got to clean, but he couldn't get the piece. Yeah, he didn't get the piece all the way
over
there.
Intensity.
He's got 100,000 lead. He has to count on Joseph.
This has a crowd, by the way. This is not just like 2 people in a room with nothing. This is hype. People are getting into it. And the other guy needs 22,000.
There's the double.
There it is! Tetris for Joseph! And we have a new Tetris World Champion!
That's like 40 years later that this game is still that popular. Alright, next question. What is the earliest known digital computer game to be made available outside of a single research institute? The first video game created simply for entertainment was in 1958 by physicist William Higginbotham, which was called Tennis for Two. It was played on an oscilloscope, which is hard to say, an oscilloscope. And actually, I have a little video clip of what it looks like if I just go to my pitch around and show you this. There it is. Tennis for Two on the oscilloscope. The first real computer game. And the answer is Space War. Space War is one of the most important and influential games in early history of video games. The first commercial game was Galaxy Game, which was just a clone of Space Wars, but the first commercially successful game was Pong. Okay, show scores. And we can see that the top is now, wow, Donimus has shot to the top with a 15,000 point lead on Sparky Stee. He is going to be fuming, but he is coming in second and still definitely within the running, and Elk Knight has really risen. Unfortunately, Fanny Annie was right. This round has absolutely killed her. You probably would have been better off if you just didn't answer any of them. I have to apologize. But the next round, I think, is where you're going to come back, because the next round is on birds. It is a picture round where you need to tell me what bird is in the picture. Simple premise for a round. Can you do it? Let's go to the picture round screen. Right, all the questions are just what bird is seen here. Let me start. Next question. What bird is seen here? Uh-oh, I didn't click it. There it is. Is it a marsh tit, a coal tit, a blue tit, or a great tit? Is there 2 pictures there? Wait a minute, am I the other picture? Have you put great tit because I'm the other picture? Donimus! And it is, of course, a blue tit. Somewhat a giveaway for the fact that it has a blue head. Anyway, blue tits are usually nest in tree holes. They are easily adapt to nest boxes where necessary. Their main rival for nests and in the search for food is the larger and more common great tit. Next question, let me just get that one off. Click next question, click the music, click the button. Oh no! Oh no, it's gone wrong! Everything's gone wrong! I'm gonna do it. Why? Is this a chaffinch, a brambling, a bullfinch, or a linnet? I can only apologise for what happened there. What an absolute travesty. A person who studies or is an expert on birds is called an ornithologist. A peeping Tom is sometimes referred to as a hornithologist, as they claim to be bird watching. And of course the answer is bullfinch. The picture shows a male bullfinch, as in the bird world, the males have to do themselves up to look pretty, where the females can all wear the exact same dress trousers and white shirt to every family gathering or event. What bird is seen here? A great right egret, a bittern, a grey heron, or a spoonbill? In the UK alone, the number of bird species currently stands at 574 species. Okay, let's reveal the answer, and it is, of course, the grey heron. Look at everybody getting it right. Good job, guys. After farmers are done harvesting their fields, grey herons can sometimes be seen in the fields looking for rodents. Next question. What bird is seen here? Is it an American kestrel, a prairie falcon, a merlin, or a sparrowhawk? Alright, and the answers are in. It is, of course, the merlin. The bird we see here is actually the UK's smallest bird of prey. In winter, the UK's population increases as most of the Icelandic breeding birds migrate to our warmer climate. Next question. What bird is seen here? Is it the nuthatch, the brown shrike, the laughing thrush, or the waxwing? And an extra little brain teaser for those who have already submitted their answers. Please type in chat what you think is the most common species of bird found in the world. It is chicken, Donimus. Congratulations. Around 50 billion chickens in the world. The most common wild bird is thought to be the red-billed quelea. Right, okay, and we have the answers, and it is, of course, the waxwing. The waxwing doesn't actually breed in the UK, it's just a winter visitor. Alright, guys, let's have a look at the scores. And, oh, Donimus still far and away ahead, 92,000. Sparky Stee fighting for that first place. Elk Knight, not that far behind. I'm really sorry, guys. The next round is on chess. Aww. Before you all just close the stream, okay? These are general knowledge questions on chess, okay? So, if you have even the slightest inkling around chess, thank you, Donimus. Yes, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. It really helps me out. How many squares are on a chessboard? 64, 49, 36, or 72? Early forms of chess in India were known as chaturanga, or chaturanga. And you can actually play a digital version on chess.com. If you fancied it, it's there. It is, of course, 64. An 8x8 grid. Alright, next question. Earlier this year, Abhimanyu Mishra became the youngest ever chess player to be awarded the title of Grandmaster. How old was he? Was he 11, 12, 13, or 14? Two people give it a go with 11, but it was 12. Abhimanyu Mishra became the youngest ever Grandmaster at the crazy young age. 12 years, 4 months and 25 days. He beat the previous record holder, Sergei Karyakin, by just over 2 months. Alright, next question. In 2013, which chess player took the title of world champion from Vishy Anand? Was it Fabiano Caruana, Garry Kasparov, Magnus Carlsen, or Sergei Karyakin? And the answers are in. It is, of course, Magnus Carlsen. This round has really split people. I can only apologise. Magnus Carlsen is the current world champion. He was 22 years old at the time, became the second youngest player ever to win the world title after Garry Kasparov. In 1972, which player defeated Boris Spassky to become the first US-born American to become world champion? Was it Fabiano Caruana, Bobby Fischer, Frank Marshall, or Paul Murphy? Boris Spassky is a Russian grandmaster who became the 10th world chess champion in 1969, and assuming he hasn't died during the quiz, Spassky is the oldest living former world chess champion. And it is, of course, Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer also held the title of youngest Grandmaster for a time. He became the Grandmaster at age 15. During his World Championship match with Spassky, he put the seasoned veteran through such a crushing game that Spassky himself rose and joined in the applause of the clapping auditorium. What chess piece is able to take en passant? Is it the king, the pawn, the knight, or the queen? And don't worry, this is the last chess question. Probably in Stumpers history. Don't think I have the chess crowd in. And the answers are in. It is, of course, the pawn. En passant is from the French in passing. It's a special pawn capture that can only occur immediately after a pawn has moved 2 squares from its starting square. And it could have been captured by an enemy pawn had it advanced only 1 square. Anyway, let's show the scores. Let's see how that affected them. I have a feeling a lot of people did not have any change to their scores. So Donimus is up to 119,000 as the only person who really answered in that round. Sparky Stee, 20,000 behind. But don't worry, the next round is on TV theme tunes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first 4 seconds of a TV theme tune. You get to answer it based off the first 4 seconds. Due to the fact that there's only 4 seconds of theme tune I'm playing, I'm going to ask a true or false question, because most of you will get it within the first, 4 seconds, really. So I'll ask a true or false question, and you can just type in the chat if you think it's true or false, and that'll just, instead of a fact, because I'm not going to have a fact on a TV show, I'll give it away. All of the questions are just, what TV show theme tune starts like this? Hopefully that came through. True or false, there are a total of 202 bones in the human body. I'm expecting Fanny Annie to type here. Fanny Annie is right. It is false. It is 206. 206 bones. Right, reveal answer. That was, of course, the Flintstones, but who got it faster? And Sparky Stee was the fastest on that one. Fanny Annie second. Next question. What TV show starts like this? And the game within the game. A babouche is a term for a headscarf worn by a Russian peasant. True or false? Fanny Annie says true. Sabriola says true too. False. Donimus is correct. It's a babushka. And let's reveal the answer. It is, of course, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everyone got it right. Let's see who got it right quicker. And Sparky Stee again. Top of the pops. Elk Knight second. Donimus third. What could it be? Cyclophobia is the fear of bicycles. True or false? Fanny Annie says false. Donimus says true. It is actually true. Cyclophobia. I'm scared of bicycles. Anyway, reveal answer. It was, of course, the Addams Family. Okay, and on to the next question. Everyone ready, I hope? Okay. The first ever Mr. Man was Mr. Tickle. True or false? Donimus says true. Fanny Annie says false. Elk Knight says false. It was, in fact, true. Mr. Tickle was the first ever Mr. Man. Now let's have a look at the real answer of this question, which is, of course, Cheers. Right, we have the last question in the theme song round, and after that it is the last round. We have one more general knowledge round and then we're done. Are you all ready? Next question. What theme tune starts like this? Only female ducks make the classic duck quack. True or false? False, says Fanny Annie. False, says Donimus. The answer is true. The male ducks make a raspy kind of noise. And the female ducks quack. And the answer to the theme tune is, of course, The Sopranos. And let's see what the scores are after that round. And at the top is still Donimus with a healthy 20,000 lead. Sparky Stee after that, and Elk Knight coming in third. Okay, the next and last round is general knowledge. Next question. Who did George W. Bush defeat in the 2000 US presidential election? Was it Bill Clinton, Ross Perot, Al Gore, or John Kerry? Bush is the son of former US President George H.W. Bush. He is part of only the second father-son presidential duo in history. Can anybody name what the other father-son presidential duo is? The Roosevelts, it isn't. There is 2 Roosevelts, but they weren't father and son. The correct answer is the Adamses, John Adams and John Quincy Adams. And the answer to this question is, of course, Al Gore. Bush won Florida by 537 votes, which is a margin of 0.009%. Which actor played Albus Dumbledore in the film adaptation of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? So Richard Harris, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, or Michael Gambon? Can any Potterheads in chat tell me the full name of Albus Dumbledore? Because he was actually honoured with 3 middle names by J.K. Rowling. My mother only saw fit to give me 1 middle name, which is a lot less impressive and probably why I've not been as successful as Dumbledore. Thanks, Mom. And the answer to this question is Richard Harris. That's right. Unfortunately, the original actor for Dumbledore passed away, Richard Harris, after the first 2 Harry Potter movies, and the role passed on to Michael Gambon. Oh, we have Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore, Elk Knight. Impressive. The first FIFA World Cup took place in 1930, but who came away the champions? Was it France, Italy, Uruguay, or Argentina? And the answers are in, and it was, of course, Uruguay. Which irreverent comedy was set on the remote backwater of Craggy Island? The Vicar of Dibley, The League of Gentlemen, Father Ted, or Ballykiss Angel? Craggy Island, a fictional island. Points of interest include the field, St. Kevin's Stump, the local cinema that plays the blasphemous movie The Passion of St. Tibulus. Does anybody know what was written on the billboards that the main characters protested the movie with?
Down with this sort of thing! Careful now.
And the answer is, of course, Father Ted. I know, brilliant impression. It's won several BAFTAs and was named the 2nd greatest British sitcom, after Fawlty Towers. Right, we have 1 left. 1 question left. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Next question. In Norse mythology, who is not a son of Odin? Vali, Loki, Thor, or Balder? I mean... And of course, as everyone will have got, the answer was Loki. In modern literature, such as Marvel Comics, it's become popular to portray Loki as the adopted son of Odin. This, however, has no basis in Norse mythology, where Loki is portrayed as the blood brother of Odin. Ho ho! What a cruel last question. Alrighty. And we have Donimus at the top with 198,000. We have Sparky Stee, second, 186. And Elk Knight coming in third with 133,000. And let's have a look at the leaderboard and how it stands now. As you can see, Sparky Stee almost at 600,000. Elk Knight has took over Fanny Annie for second place. Fanny Annie still coming in third, and Donimus is on his way back. That is all for the quiz today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. I won't be doing a quiz next week. I'm on holiday, so the week after will be the next quiz. Have a nice night. Bye.